Hey, what's up, you guys? How are you today? I am back with another one. Anyone that has, been in lives with me and Goddess, you know that Goddess talked about Netflix in a show called Cuties. Now, this is an update to that story that Goddess reported on. It says Netflix faces criminal charges for film with girls. The article is done by ArLuther Lee, the Atlanta Journal Constitution. Okay. It says a Texas grand jury has indicted Netflix for its promotion of a film named Cuties, whose suggestive depiction of young female actors normalizing the sexualization of little girls, according to critics. In the independent French film that debuted on popular streaming service in September has sparked a firestorm in Washington and beyond as preteen girls in the movie are shown performing dance moves similar to those inside of adult entertainment venues. The indictment makes no specific mention of the company's executives, according to the report by the Texas Tribune. Also, no jail time comes with criminal convictions of a company, according to the Texas District and County Attorney Association. The charges handed down late last month in Tyler County promoting lewd viral material depicting a child is a felony punishable by a fine up to $20,000, the Tribune reported. The fine could increase twice the amount, and a court later finds the media giant benefited financially from the crime, which they did because people went and watched it. Thomas Lefferberry, the director of the First Amendment Clinic at Southern Methodist University, called the indictment an unusual test case and said it was clearly filled to make a point, the Tribune reported. Lucas Basson and Tyler County District Courts issued a written statement Tuesday saying that the charges pertain to the promotion of the film in his jurisdiction and that the Texas Rangers delivered a court summons for Netflix last week. Now, all of this has went on in the span of what? A month? Not even a month. Okay, so the article continues on to say, after hearing about the movie Cuties and watching it, I knew there was probable cause to believe it was criminal, Bastian said in a statement. If such material is distributed on a grand scale, isn't the need to prosecute more, not less, Netflix has commented on the charges, who claim it knowingly published materials that depict a lewd exhibition of the genitals or public area of the clothed and partially clothed children who was younger than 18 years of age at the time the virtual material was created, which appeals to the pundit interest in sex. Okay? Previously, Netflix defended the film as a social commentary against the sexualization of young children. They attributed the rampant inaccuracies to the fact that some critics had not seen the film, the Associated Press reported. But see, that's a promotion tactic within itself. It was like, oh, you can't say that, just see the movie. And the movie, it'll change your mind or you might have a different perspective. That's nothing but promotion within itself. It's an award-winning film and a powerful story about pressured young girls face on social media and from society more generally growing up. And while encouraged everyone who cares about these important issues to watch the movie. A Netflix spokesperson said in a statement at the time, the producer's French title is a coming-of-age tale about an 11-year-old immigrant girl named Amy who lives in an impoverished Paris suburbs under the close eye of her Muslim family. The girl falls into a critique of rebellious young teenagers at her middle school who choreographs dances, routines, and dressed in crop tops and heels. First of all, why are they allowed to even do this? In between twerking, the girls talk on a range of topics from Kim Kardashian and fad diets to boys and also intercourse, which they don't yet fully understand. Foreign language films first raised eyebrows in August when Netflix began promoting it with a movie poster that featured several scantily clad girls. As criticism mounted against the marketing material, Netflix issued an apology and removed the poster. We're deeply sorry for the inappropriate artwork and that we used for cuties. Netflix tweeted at the time it was not okay, nor was it a representative of this French film, which won an award at Sundance. Okay? So this is an award-winning film, and they thought it was okay just because it was an award-winning film. Next was the immediate uproar in Washington upon its release in the United States last month. The Republican and Democrat lawmakers claiming the movie sexualized and exploits young children. According to the controversy, were false rumors that the movie featured children nudity, which is not true, according to the Associated Press, although there is a minute-long scene with a close-up of a girl dancing suggestively, the Washington Post reported. Republican Senator Ted Cruz of Texas and Tom Cotton of Arkansas have asked the Justice Department to investigate the film's production and distributing, while the U.S. Representative Brian Bastion publicly denounced the film, along with a group of more than 30 House GOP lawmakers. In Cruz's letter to the Attorney General Barr in September, he said he urges the nation's top law enforcement officers to determine whether Netflix, its executives, and individuals involved in the filming and production of cuties violated any federal laws against the production and distribution of child pornography. In an interview with Fox News Channel, Cruz explained his opposition to the film, arguing that Netflix is making money by selling the sex exploitation of young kids. Cruz and others have also pointed to the production deal between Netflix and a former Barack Obama and Michelle Obama, although neither has any association with the film Cuties. Isn't that convenient? Other prominent names have also launched a full-scale campaign against the production. Congressman Ken Buck of Colorado also tweeted that he and Representative Andy Biggs of Arizona also wanted the Justice Department to investigate. Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, a Republican, also sent a letter to Netflix CEO Reed Hastings asking for the film to be removed from the platform while he awaits answer about how the film was made and marketed. Criticism for the film was also rampant among Democrats. Hawaii Representative Gabbard, went on Twitter and flatly called the film child porn and included a photo of a recalled poster saying it would certainly whet the appetite of pedophiles and help fuel child violation trafficking. Netflix, you are now complacent, the person said. Melissa Henson, program director of the Parents TV Council, said the film normalizes sexualization of little girls, and more than 640,000 accounts have signed a Change.org petition, which you can go find on Change.org, calling on the users to cancel their Netflix account over the film. Some film critics have also weighed in on the controversy and highlighting the merits of the film. It would have been easy for MD to use broad brush to paint the different extremes of Amy's experiences. Dancing, bad dancing, good, but it goes on to say she's not exactly making footloose here. New York Magazine film critic Blige E. wrote, Cuties is not a blunt screen or a finger wagging cautionary tale in either direction, which is one of the reasons why everyone watching the film looks for clear messages about right and wrong and bound to the disappointment, maybe even outrage. D was inspired to make the film partly because she observed some 11-year-old girls dancing like we're used to seeing in video clips at gatherings in Paris and wanted to investigate why such girls were mimicking such adult behavior. Our girls see that the more a woman is overly sexualized on social media, the more she is successful. Children just imitate what they see, trying to achieve the same results without understanding the meaning, Dee said. It is dangerous. And I agree also. It's very dangerous to put children in that position, and it's very suggestive to them. And that is technically right. Children do mimic what they see. And if they're seeing that on a daily basis, then more than likely, yeah, it's going to be an issue. It's just a thing of, all the people involved. You can't just go after the filmmakers and the producers and the people that came up with the concept of it. You have to also go along with go for the parents that also allowed this and thought that this was okay. I know it's France and, Paris, France, and, they do things differently than we do here in the United States. But I'm pretty sure I speak for a lot of people when I say this is totally unacceptable. We have an issue already from what our kids see on TV and also what they hear on the radio. It's so popularized. Some of the biggest stars today, it's an issue, and that kind of runs back into what people had outrage about the WAP lyrics and video content and stuff like that, because people also pointed that to it's helping to sexualize a generation of young impressionable children. But you cannot just take one song and look at that and say, well, this is what's making it like this. There has been, through the spectrum of the years and decades of films, even going back to the 20s and 30s, that were suggestive in the way. Now, the question becomes, what did they do back then that is not being done widely now? Okay? You have to look at it from all angles, and you can't really be closed-minded to it. But definitely, I will say that it is a violation, and that it is not suitable content for children. I mean, you're an adult. If you're an adult, can't nobody tell you what to do. You're grown. But I myself personally, as an adult, would not partake in it. Actually, I have not seen the Netflix. I refuse to watch it. And that's just my personal opinion. You know, people may have watched it, and that's no strike towards you. But personally, myself, I did not even attempt to look at it because it's disgusting to me. You know, and I feel like we should continue this conversation and have dialogue with each other about it. A lot of parents and mothers, I would definitely love to hear your point of view. Aunts, you know, grandmothers, let me know, because this is a problem, especially in the United States. I cannot speak for any other country. There's different laws, there's different customs, there's different ways of doing things. But in the United States, this should not even be content. It shouldn't. You know, sadly enough, like I've stated before on different lives, there are certain states, and this is why I say check your states laws in regards to this matter of child over sexualization and what is deemed suitable and not suitable, because they have laws on the books in the United States that they're trying to get passed right now that would technically make it legal for a pedophile not to even, you wouldn't even be registered, you wouldn't even know if it was a registered sex offender in your area. So please, I would stress anybody that is a concerned parent or just wants to educate themselves about their states and their state laws to please go and do that. You know? So with that being said, I would definitely love to hear what everyone has to say about this situation. And I would definitely love for y'all to drop down in the comments and let me know how you feel about this. So until then, you guys, I would definitely talk to you later. Thank you so much for watching my video.